I don't think people understand the audacity of Hooters. In the annals of American culinary history, few restaurant concepts are as bold and, some might argue, as blatantly exploitative as Hooters. This chain has managed to carve out a unique niche for itself, blending food and entertainment in a way that has sparked both admiration and outrage. Founded in 1983, the restaurant burst onto the scene with a simple yet highly effective formula. Combine spicy chicken wings, ice-cold beer, and a generous helping of scantily clad waitresses. This combination was not only novel but also perfectly timed to capture the cultural zeitgeist of the 1980s. The Hooters girl, with her signature orange hot pants, low-cut tank top, and playfully suggestive attitude, became an instant icon, for better or for worse. She was more than just a waitress. She was a symbol of a certain kind of American excess and freedom. The original Hooters restaurant, established in Clearwater, Florida, was the brainchild of 6 businessmen with no prior restaurant experience. Their lack of experience didn't deter them. Instead, it fueled their innovative approach to the dining experience. What they lacked in culinary expertise, they made up for in marketing savvy, understanding the primal appeal of attractive women serving comfort food in a casual, sports bar setting. This understanding was key to their rapid success. It was a recipe for success, albeit one that would quickly draw criticism and spark controversy. The use of female sexuality as a marketing tool was a double-edged sword, attracting both customers and critics. From the outset, Hooters marketed itself as a delightfully tacky, yet unrefined establishment. This self-awareness was part of its charm, drawing in patrons who appreciated its unapologetic approach. The double entendre was intentional, playing on the slang term for women's breasts, and the restaurant's owl mascot. This clever branding was both a nod to its playful nature and a strategic move to stay memorable. This tongue-in-cheek approach, however, masked a more calculated strategy of using female sexuality to drive profits. It was a business model that, while controversial, proved to be incredibly effective. Whether patrons came for the wings or the waitresses, one thing was certain: Hooters had successfully tapped into a lucrative market niche. The blend of food, fun, and flirtation created an experience that was hard to replicate. The early years of Hooters were marked by modest success, with the restaurant slowly building a loyal customer base, and a growing reputation for its provocative concept, which featured scantily clad waitresses known as Hooters girls. However, it was an unexpected turn of events in 1984 that would catapult the brand into the national spotlight, forever changing its trajectory. With the Super Bowl scheduled to be held in Tampa, Florida, the fledgling restaurant chain saw a golden opportunity to make a significant impact. Capitalizing on the influx of tourists and football fans, Hooters launched an aggressive marketing campaign, aiming to capture the attention of the massive crowds. Plastering the city with billboards and promotional materials featuring their now iconic Hooters girls, the gamble paid off in a big way. Hooters became a sensation during the Super Bowl festivities, drawing huge crowds and garnering widespread media attention, which was exactly what they had hoped for. The restaurant's unabashed embrace of sex appeal, coupled with its casual atmosphere and surprisingly decent chicken wings, struck a chord with a segment of the American public who were looking for a fun and relaxed dining experience. The Super Bowl exposure proved to be a watershed moment for Hooters, transforming the once local eatery into a national phenomenon almost overnight. Following the success of the Super Bowl, Hooters embarked on an aggressive expansion plan, opening new locations across the United States from coast to coast. The chain's popularity soared throughout the late 1980s and 1990s, fueled by a combination of savvy marketing, a booming economy, and a cultural climate that was, perhaps, more forgiving of its overtly sexualized image. Hooters became a household name. Hooters became synonymous with a particular kind of American experience, one that celebrated sports, beer, and the male gaze, creating a unique niche in the restaurant industry that endures to this day. Hooters' rapid rise to prominence did not come without its fair share of controversy. From the outset, the company faced accusations of sexism and exploitation, with critics arguing that its business model was predicated on the objectification of women. The company's strict hiring practices, which openly favored young, attractive women and subjected them to stringent appearance standards, drew the ire of feminist groups and legal challenges. In 1991, a group of women filed a class-action lawsuit against Hooters, alleging gender discrimination in its hiring practices. The lawsuit claimed that Hooters' refusal to hire men for server positions violated federal employment laws. The company countered by arguing that its waitresses were entertainers and that their appearance was a bona fide occupational qualification. The legal battle dragged on for years, with Hooters ultimately agreeing to pay a settlement and create a limited number of non-serving positions open to men. Despite the legal challenges and negative publicity, Hooters remained defiant, maintaining that its brand was all in good fun and that its critics were simply lacking a sense of humor. The company continued to cultivate its image as a bastion of male-oriented escapism, even as societal attitudes towards gender roles and workplace equality began to shift. Emboldened by its success in the restaurant industry, Hooters began to explore new opportunities and avenues for growth. Hooters set its sights on new horizons in the late 1990s and early 2000s, aiming to diversify its portfolio and expand its brand presence. Seeking to capitalize on its brand recognition and loyal customer base, the company envisioned a future where the Hooters name would be synonymous with more than just wings and beer. The company embarked on a series of ambitious ventures, each more daring than the last, hoping to capture new markets and industries. Expanding into new markets and industries, Hooters aimed to leverage its unique brand identity to attract a broader audience. Among the most audacious of these ventures was the launch of Hooters Air in 2003, a bold move that took the brand to the skies. Conceived as a low-cost, fun alternative to traditional airlines, Hooters Air promised a unique flying experience. Hooters Air sought to replicate the successful formula of its restaurants in the skies, offering a blend of entertainment and service. The airline featured Hooters girls as flight attendants dressed in modified versions of the iconic orange hot pants and tank top uniforms, adding a familiar touch to the in-flight experience. These uniforms were designed to maintain the playful and approachable image that Hooters was known for. The planes themselves were adorned with the Hooters logo and livery, ensuring that the brand's identity was unmistakable. This branding was a clear statement of the company's ambition to extend its reach beyond the restaurant industry. While the airline initially generated considerable buzz and attracted a dedicated following, it ultimately proved to be unsustainable due to various operational challenges. Despite the initial excitement, Hooters Air faced difficulties that led to its eventual closure. In addition to its foray into the airline industry, Hooters also ventured into other areas, seeking to diversify its business model. Hooters dabbled in a variety of other ventures, including casinos, hotels, and even a short-lived credit card, each aiming to capture a different segment of the market. These ventures were part of a broader strategy to create a multifaceted brand that could thrive in various industries. The Hooters-branded credit card, though short-lived, was another example of the company's innovative approach to business. While some of these ventures enjoyed modest success, none were able to replicate the cultural impact or financial returns of the core restaurant business. The company's expansionist ambitions, while bold and innovative, ultimately proved to be overreaching, highlighting the challenges of diversifying a well-established brand. Despite these challenges, Hooters remains a beloved brand, known for its unique dining experience and iconic image.